Students at SUNY Cortland participate in political activities in various ways. Organizations in terms of politics such as NYPIRG, the New York Public Interest Research Group. It is a student-directed advocacy group with chapters across the state. Their focuses range from student unity, securing democracy, protecting consumers, empowering voters, and so on.
Historically, students haven't always been treated like adults, so that's an issue number one. That's something we need to protect. We need to make sure that everyone in New York State knows students are adults just like everyone else. Also, they can sort of feel, like I was mentioning earlier, sort of estranged. They don't feel like they're home. They're at college. What does that mean? We need to make sure that students know they have every right to exercise their rights here.
Among the most widely cited surveys of current population survey, around 30% of young voters between 18 to 29 years old in New York State registered to vote in 2018, which is the lowest rate among all the legal ages to vote.
Most of the problem is structural. So if we want people to vote, whether college students or anybody, election day should be a day off work for everybody. It should be easy to register and vote anywhere in the country. We should have early voting, several weeks in advance so that students can go at their leisure sometime before and vote. I think we as a society can make it easier to vote. For students on campus, set up places around academic halls, make it accessible. And I think too much of it is inaccessible, or it's too much, the burden is placed too heavily on students to figure it out for themselves. And I think that's the problem.
So it's not a student problem about voting. It's New York State, prior New York State rules. The voting deadline was way too far out for no good reason. It's an antiquated law. Now it's pretty much gone, it looks like, so you can do same-day voter registration, which is going to be really helpful because students are bouncing around from place to place. They're either home or they're at school, and sometimes that can lead a student to sort of feel like they're in limbo, not really in one place or the other, and then they don't really know where to register to vote. That's an issue, and that's going to affect populations like student populations extra hard compared to other groups of people. So we did have a lot of students register to vote, and a lot of students voted, but we're really looking forward to seeing these rules made better for students. So same-day voter registration is going to be really good.
It limits down how much you can actually pursue, how many different areas. And so a passionate artist might be disinclined to actually pursue her art because now there's these economic pressures that are saying that's not a realistic option. And so people who could have changed the world with their art end up becoming accountants, And so it's a sad thing, but here in college, there's an amazing opportunity because people have not yet fully integrated into the economic sort of machine, and so they have some time to.
Politically active is just being aware of your surroundings and being aware of the climate around you. Even if it just means checking Twitter and seeing what the political figures are saying on there, as long as you're keeping yourself engaged with what's going on the daily.
I think voting is really important. I've been voting since I was 18 because you have to give your vote so you know that you did the right thing. At least if your candidate didn't win, at least you are in peace because you know you voted for someone that you believed in.
I believe in student rights. I believe in doing what's right for New York State. And what we need, what New York State needs, a state that's often been called the Big Dirty, is a strong watchdog group. And NYPIRG is probably, one of the strongest watchdog groups. We are often referred to as the cop that's walking the beat in Albany, making people know that we need need good government reform, and we need to protect people that are most vulnerable.